I mean, the trauma comes from just being a product of Watts Nickerson Garden housing projects. I mean, the community was, filled with women raising children. And the main question would be, what is a daddy? What's a daddy? Welcome to Watts. This is where it all began. Everybody you see in this neighborhood is beautiful. They're beautiful people. But when the environment is not conducive for life, it will suffocate you.
Tony was surrounded by violence, drugs, and gangs. By the age of 4, he witnessed his first homicide when he saw a young man gunned down right in front of him. In the Nickerson Housing Project, there is a memorial to all those who have been lost to the streets. This was the environment where he developed what would make him feel important. While Tony was in the 1st grade, he had an experience which may seem trivial to some, but it changed his entire life. It all started one day when his class had an assignment to color pictures of fruits.
On the paper was one of 5 different fruits. So I had bananas, all right? So we get to color and everything, got my fresh box of crayons. I was happy because I'm king of the crayon, man. I'm, naturally I'm an artist too, I'm doing my thing and going tongue out like this here, coloring my thing. I'm just so proud, everything like that. And so after everyone was finished, it was show and tell. So I show my paper, just like this, to the class. And they looking at me, sort of how you looking at me right now. Just like silent, like you want to skimp, like something's funny, you know what I mean? And so Miss Pierce was curious and she said, let me see your paper. So I showed her my paper and she looked, she just fell out laughing like, and just gave permission to the whole class to just laugh at me. And I'm wondering, what are you guys laughing at? What's so funny? She looked at my paper again and she said, Tony, you colored your bananas brown. Everyone knows that bananas are yellow. So I like a little turtle, I just went into my shell. I was so sad I didn't talk to anybody for the rest of the day. I don't think I talked to anybody for the rest of the week. I was just so sad. But see, what Miss Pierce failed to realize was that when bananas are picked wherever they grow them, I've never seen a banana farm, okay? I mean, whether they grow them in Hawaii, Colombia, this show wasn't Watts, okay? They pick them almost like Kelly green, like fresh new money, right? But by the time they make it to my neighborhood, these bananas are essentially brown with little yellow spots. What am I to do? So when I colored my bananas, I colored them brown because that's all I knew. When my mother went to the store, they might have been a little bit yellow, but by the time she made it home, they were brown when I saw them. So the trauma was she couldn't respect, or at least look into with her professional self, my model of the world. I did the assignment correctly. Bananas are brown too.
The trauma of being laughed at by his entire class developed an eye of learning. He wanted to be educated. Never again did Tony want to feel inferior due to a lack of knowledge. He enrolled himself in additional classes, and by the time he was a senior in high school, he was ranked as one of the top 10 young artists in Southern California. However, the trauma of his childhood was not over.
It was one day in the 12th grade, coming home from school, and all of a sudden this car just drives up on me. And the guy on the passenger side, he just pulls out a sawed-off shotgun. What's that is, cuz? It's a colloquial expression for what gang are you from? Now, I'm thinking, look, man, I don't gangbang, I don't know what to say. But I'm at the mercy of this dude, and he got a gun pointed at me, and he wants to shoot me. And I'm looking in his eyes, and all I could think was, let me live. Dude, let me live. I want to live. I just want to go to college, man. I want to get up out of here, man. You didn't have your father. I didn't have my father. I know the situation, you know the deal, but I'm not a gangbanger. I have no business with you. And he really, really wants to shoot me. But his friends were like, dude, come on, let's go. Dude, come on, let's go. Let him alone, let him go. And to this day, I thank God for all 3 of those guys telling him, come on, man, let's go. Leave him alone, let's go. Because if they weren't in that car, he would have shot me. that dude would have killed me. It is those traumatic times that just want to remind you that you have a major purpose in life, and you shall fight. Fight for what's yours, primarily your life. Then after that, your purpose for life, and pursue it with all your heart.
When you understand the power of what makes you feel important, you can then harness it to achieve whatever you dream. The streets of South Central LA couldn't keep Tony from getting his eyes met. Tony went on to be the first one in his family to graduate from high school and college. He holds multiple degrees and was the first African American to work with NASA in metallurgy, where he designs rockets for the space shuttle. He married his sweetheart and is now a proud father to his beautiful children.
The trauma in my life cultivated what would make me feel important. Make no mistake about it, I don't apologize or feel bad or wish anything was different, because I'm here right now. I have the ability to tell you the story. And in the story, I want everyone in the world to realize that there's something in you that makes you feel important, and that's that diamond. It's the diamond in the rough that you've been looking for all your life. You've been searching for it. But if you would just ask yourself, what makes me feel important? You would have found your diamond in the rough. I learned from this whole exercise that because I am totally conscious of what makes me feel important, the best part of it all is that I've gained the most important thing to humankind, and that's freedom.